Have you been to the Barrie Waterfront? It's a fantastic day trip, and I am going to show you what to see here and, importantly, where to park. And is it true there's a serpent living in these waters? We will investigate. I keep seeing this tree, and I really love the leaves. It's a Manitoba maple, and you know it's a maple when you see these samaras known as maple keys. Here's another type of maple. Note the different shape of the maple keys and the wide, full leaves. It's a Norway maple. In previous videos, we have seen weeping willows and black willows. This one is a white willow, and you can tell because the underside of the leaves is light green or white. Barrie is on Lake Simcoe, and there's a very nice beach. Nice soft sand and a lovely shallow swimming area. Great for kids. And beyond the marked swim area, the water is deeper to go for a longer swim. There's a huge playground. Look at this wonderful swing where parents can swing along with their child. My grandchildren would love it here, and it's in such a beautiful setting. They are setting up a lot of interconnected inflatables on the water for what looks like incredibly fun summer play. And that's not all there is to do here, as you will see. Also, you will need to know where to park and how to get around. Come with me, and I think you'll be inspired to visit here yourself. It's important to know that there is a paved walking trail and also a paved bike trail. We have so far seen the walking trail, which I thought was a bike trail. I accidentally rode my bike on parts of it until a very nice man politely and kindly told me I could get a fine. Here's the bike trail, the Waterfront Heritage Trail, and there are 11 stations along 6 kilometers with lots of information about local history. We'll go around the bay on the bike trail and see what we can see. Post 1 is about the geology of this land and the Ice Age. And near Post 1 is the Wildflower Trail through the forest. Lots of birds in here. I hear so much singing, but it's really hard to see them because there's so many leaves out. Post 2 is the Military Heritage Park, and you could spend several hours just here. There are information signs about wars that Canadian soldiers have been involved in, a monument for Victoria Cross recipients, lovely gardens with benches, and today flags are at half-mast for victims of terrorism around the world. Skipping to Post 7 about industry, which I find very interesting, and there is a book of information. The last post I visited was Post 10, but there is one more about 3 kilometers farther along this side of the bay. I looked around the incredibly scenic park and, well, remember the question about the serpent? For about 200 years, there have been reports of a sea serpent living in the deepest part of Lake Simcoe. It is a legendary cryptozoological creature called Egopopo. It has a head like a horse and a fan tail used to slap the water. There's a sculpture here in Heritage Park. Somehow, I have spent about 6 hours in this 3-kilometer section of the Barrie Waterfront, and I didn't even go for a swim. Parking can be a problem, but there are solutions. I parked here in a lot on Simcoe Street with an entrance off Bayfield Street. There are a couple more lots in this area, and this is where I recommend parking. When I was there in June 2026, these lots were just over $1 an hour during the week and free on weekends. There are parking lots closer to the beach, but you'll be paying $15 an hour, including weekends. From the inexpensive parking lots, it is about 1 kilometer walk on the paved trail to the washrooms at the beach. If these parking lots are full, there are more inexpensive lots on the streets as you go farther into the city. If you Google paid parking in Barrie, you can navigate to an interactive parking map showing all the lots and the prices. And if you want to visit without a car, no problem, because the Allendale Waterfront GO train station is across the street from Post 4. This map shows the Heritage Bike Trail, and I explored just this 3-kilometer section. It continues out to here to make it 6 kilometers. And then you can connect to the Oro-Medonte Rail Trail that goes another 28 kilometers. Here is the Wildflower Trail, Military Heritage Park, and Heritage Park, with the fishing platform and the serpent sculpture.